Sure.
At
I called you George.
Yeah. That was fun. So we have Rodney Casimiro in the studio with us, and you've been doing this how many years now with Melveen?
Oh God. This, well, this is our sixth.
Oh God.
I think this is our sixth year. Yeah, this is our sixth year here.
Yeah.
Doing it for art.
Great.
Yeah, it's been
And,
wonderful.
What is going to be your part? This the theme is a little different this year. Big Island Kupuna Christmas, and so you're going to be doing something for your friends on Kohala side.
Oh, definitely. Always Kohala. And speaking of Kupuna, I am a Kupuna because I have two great grandsons. And however, I have a new CD that's coming out, and I'll be singing a few of my numbers tonight.
Okay.
And if anybody's interested in ordering, because it'll be out soon, they can do that tonight at the show.
They can order at the show or buy at the show?
Order.
Order at the show.
And I will
make sure you send us some copies.
I will certainly send you a copy, an autographed copy.
Very good. Melveen, what about you? Are you?
She left the building. Me?
No, escorted.
Escorted by the police, yeah. I'm always happy to be back here in Hilo. You know, Hilo has a very beautiful, special part in my heart. A lot of memories, you know, lots of memories. But anyway, I thought this year, because every year I have to come up with a theme, so this year I decided to honor our kupunas, because I think they should be honored. And not only that, my daughter is Hapai, so I'm going to be a grandma, a real kupuna.
Hey!
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm going to be a
joined the
grandma.
ranks.
Yeah, she danced for us a couple times here at the Ark of Hilo. And
I remember, oh my goodness, years and years and years, the Hilo Hawaiian Hotel downstairs. Just a little.
Yeah, she was in a bassinet.
Yeah, I remember.
I took her everywhere. Well, of course, I was breastfeeding her. She had to hang on to me.
The only problem, I mean, people loved it, but when you did it on stage, that was, damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it in a parade. You should have seen 2 parades, in fact, in Honolulu. I had this diaper over her, I was breastfeeding her, and I had a big carnation leg, and I was waving to everybody sitting on the top of the car, and her 2 legs was hanging out, you know. Gotta feed the kid, you know what I mean?
Every year,
I didn't say that.
every year you prepare a piece of jewelry. This is a Melveen original. Tell me about this.
Okay, this year, because I used to go diving a lot in the Tuamotu Islands when I was living there, and I picked a lot of shells, and I dived for a lot of shells. And then I also bought some and traded some. I was in a shell business, let's put it that way. That was my hobby. So what I did was I took these special shells, even shells that you won't see here, from Aratika, the island that I was living on, and I put it around a frame of a picture frame. And that's going to be auctioned with pearls, but not real pearls. No, I put artificial pearls, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I did it with a lot of love. It took me 4 hours to do that one frame because I had to pick certain shells and, you know, put it together like a puzzle.
So it's a picture frame. This is different from what you've done in years.
Yeah, I'm not making any. I didn't make any necklace.
Wearables, right?
No, this is a picture frame, and I left the
picture frame. Right.
Yeah, and I also made left the frame itself, the underneath and the sides, without any color, because sometimes people like to, you know, in their decor in their home, they want to match it with, so they have to paint their own color, and so I think it's fair that they do that, because.
And the way this works, it'll be on display, and you can, you know, put in your bid at the door. Will you guys have open up the bids like we did before?
Yeah, it's a very special frame because it's done with a lot of love and prayer. I do things with prayer also. If I crochet, I make fishing nets. Anything that I have to do with my hands that is tedious, I pray. So it's full of prayers as well.
Very good.
It's blessed.
Rodney, let's get back to you. You've been entertaining how many years now? All your life, practically.
Pretty much.
Are you doing any shows in Honolulu? Do you have a gig, or what do you do?
Well, first of all, Sundays I try to make it down to Elks, because Melveen is down there, and it's Elks Club in Honolulu. And it's a great venue because we do a lot of the old stuff and the new stuff, and there's a lot of kupuna there. And besides that, our company, which is we're a destination management company, we do our own private luau's, and I do a luau show. And other than that, just working on the project, an exciting project with my CD. It's just been wonderful.
Okay, sounds good. And you're keeping occupied.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about the Elks Club. I'm doing what Don Ho did many years ago.
Great.
See, when we lost Don asked me to do this quite some time ago. And he said, why don't you do what I'm doing? And I said, no, it's not my bag. I'd rather just do concerts and shows and stuff. Well, when he passed on, there was a big void, yeah. No more of this type of variety shows around. So I took the bull by the horns and I started from one end, from the Ilikai all the way, and ended up at the Elks. Nobody would hire my show, that kind of show. They were afraid. I don't know what they were afraid of, but the Elks Club took a chance. And they said yes. They said, "You too big a star, you know, this the Ibikaya and you know, all the outrigger and so I said, well, you know what? It's okay. I'll just keep looking. I wanted it on the beach where the people can see the sunset. And what better place than the Elks Club? Right there. And it's beautiful. We make a toast.
How long?
Oh, for years. Yeah, like I
Oh,
said,
mainstay.
since Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem. But anyway, and so I let all my audience. I asked them to raise their glasses and give a toast to what God has given us. A beautiful view of the sunset. It's so beautiful. So it's called Sunday Sunsets with Melveen. And it was so successful. I took it to Maui, and I was going to take it to Molokai, but that didn't happen because of the economy. I want to bring it to the Big Island as well, but I need to have a place that's on the beach.
Coconut Island.
Yeah, Coconut Island, yeah.
And by the way,
With a big tent down there.
Yeah.
That's a very special island. It is very serious.
and by the way, she's got some great musicians backing her up
Oh,
too.
yes.
Tito Baranovas,
Yes.
who has a fantastic CD out.
Yeah.
Kiki Hugo, and he's a great slack key player.
And he's an author. He has a nice
Yeah,
book,
he's
and he's a
got
pilot
a wonderful,
as well.
wonderful book.
Yeah, slack
Yeah.
key.
I can almost feel an album coming out of this, or a production coming out of this.
Live album.
Live.
And you never know who's going to show
Yeah,
up.
you never know who's going to show up, and I call him up, and I've got my keyboard.
That's the fun thing about getting back to this kind of entertainment. You know, for
Yes.
a while it was just in the karaoke.
Yes.
Oh, but now it's getting back to
Live.
Yes.
people get, you know, Randy
Yes.
Parker over here, and Mary Lou is going to start playing the organ again up at Mountain View, and
Great.
people can go in and sing.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that this stuff is coming back.
You remember when I did that at the Nani Law? God, we were on forever, yeah?
Ever and ever.
And ever, yeah, but it was wonderful, huh?
Yeah.
Nobody went home.
That's great.
Yeah, so.
I miss that time, but I'm glad it's coming back because more and more of our talents are being showcased. They're doing this at Cafe Pesto now.
Great.
And the Sunday, you know, they have the guitar and then you can.
I say great too because it's jobs for musicians
Yes,
and entertainers.
yes.
Because in Honolulu there are a lot of musicians and entertainers out of jobs. Good entertainers and good musicians.
Not enough venues.
Yeah, not enough venues. And I have been beating the bush, you know, to get jobs for other entertainers as well, and to get their feet there, you know. And the hotels, they all give the same excuse. Oh, you know, the economy is bad. We cannot afford. And hello. And I'm at the Elks. It's not for the money because they can't pay that well. You know what I mean? But I'm doing it because the kupunas. We
It's
all
a
need
joy
a
of
place to
being
go
there.
to.
Yeah.
And you should see their smiles on their faces every Sunday, and the tears. You know, I reminisce to the old songs called "Rod Me Up." It's wonderful.
You know, one good thing that hasn't changed is the fact that we haven't lost the creativity from our young musicians,
Yes.
even though they don't have the venues. We still have, when you know, they have the awards and when they have, I'm so pleased to get CDs. I get CDs, look, this kind, kind, you know, and I play them.
Oh yeah.
I feature them.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you one
play
before I leave.
And
Okay.
I just love doing that, to work with
Yeah.
our local talents and our
Yeah.
local musicians. We have some real talented
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
all
the islands
over
are
the
just
state.
Yeah.
full,
Full.
filled with
What about every now and then, you know, you see a lot of our local kids go to the mainland. And they are tremendously successful
Yes.
out there.
Yes.
And some of them, well, you know, decide, well, they're going to stay out here. And that's sad because we're
Yes.
losing a lot of that talent.
Exactly. Well,
That is one of the main reasons why I stayed home. I was asked, I've had wonderful offers in Vegas and all over, yeah, in New York, but I never went because I wanted to be home here. Otherwise, if we all leave, you know, we're not going to have, you know, much, you know what I mean? But I'm not saying that only me, I'm talking about everybody else that stayed back,
but
you
thank
know?
goodness for Melveen. I tell you. Melveen is, she's the backbone of the music in Hawaii.